I'm going to call this meeting to order. Good evening and welcome to the Thursday, October 9th, 2025 meeting of the City of the Worcester Historical Commission. My name is Diane Long and I'll be chairing tonight's meeting. Before we begin, I have a few brief announcements concerning how our meeting will proceed tonight. Tonight's meeting is a hybrid format, which means that attendees may participate in person here at City Hall or remotely. You may log in via computer by going to worcestermass.zoom.gov/J/160-487-3519, entering access code 160-487-3519 in the Zoom application, or by calling in at 1-669-254-5252 and entering access code 160-487-3519. To manage remote participation during our hybrid meetings and prevent disruptions, all participants are automatically blocked from unmuting themselves, turning on their video, or sending chat messages. For remote participants who would like to comment on an item on our agenda, we ask that you use the raise hand feature in Zoom during the discussion on that item. If you are joined by phone, you can raise your hand by pressing *9. Staff will then call on members of the public one at a time, give them permission to unmute themselves, and if you are joined by phone, you will then be able to unmute yourself by pressing *6. This is a public meeting, which means both that it is being recorded and that minutes will be taken and published at a later date. To help with this process, we ask all speakers participating in person to use a microphone, to please clearly identify yourselves each time you speak, and the first time you speak, please state your city or town of residence for the record. To help maintain an orderly meeting, please address all comments and questions through the chair rather than directly to any of the other speakers or applicants. If you are here for an item that will be postponed or continued, please note that no additional notice will be sent to you before the next meeting. The best thing to do is to call the planning department the day prior to our next meeting to confirm if the item will be heard or postponed that night. Once an item is called, there will be a brief presentation of the item, followed by any additional comments and clarifications from members of the city staff, then an opportunity for anyone from the public to speak on the item before we proceed to board discussion and action. Please also note that all approval votes will be by roll call tonight when the time comes. I'll begin with a roll call of the Commission and the city staff. Commissioner Thierman?
Here.
Commissioner Halnarski?
Here.
Commissioner Andre?
Here.
Commissioner Northway? Commissioner Santos Restivo? Commissioner Taylor?
Here.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti?
Here.
Commissioner Long? Here. Michelle Johnstone?
Here.
Cameron Doyle?
Here.
All right, we're going to begin tonight with item number 1, which is simply a request to postpone to November 6th, 2025, with a construction grant deadline of November 21st, 2025. I'll make a move that we postpone 106 Elm Street.
Second.
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes.
And through you, Madam Chair, before we move on to the next item, I would just recommend that you consider taking the last item out of order with this one because it's the same owner.
Okay, so we'll do number 2 and number 7 together.
That's what I would recommend, yes.
Great, no problem. All right, let's begin with item number 2, which is a request for a certificate of non-applicability at 14 Oxford Street. Is the partitioner here? Hello.
Hi, John Bettinger, 14 Oxford Street, Worcester, Massachusetts. So basically, I'm trying to get solar on my roof, and the company said that I need to replace it. It's about 13 years old, but got hit by a few trees along the way. So as you can see by some of the photos, it's about time. It's been patched up. I have the swatch sample from the roofing company. I chose what I thought and the roofing guy thought was the best match to what we have. And we're doing a 30-year architectural shingle.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
And real quick, John, this is Dan Gorich. I'm the owner of Lunex Power. I'm here too if you have any technical questions on the actual solar side of things.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for
So
joining.
through the chair, could you just introduce yourself one more time and your affiliation for the record?
Daniel Gorich. I'm the owner and president of Lunex Power Incorporated.
Thank you.
All right, so this is going to be in-kind materials, asphalt for asphalt roofing. The color you've chosen, standard color. And then you'll have these solar panels attached to it.
Correct.
And usually, I mean, solar panels can be removed, so it's not something that we would normally vote against.
Sweet.
This looks fine. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
All right. None from the commission. We can open it up for any public comment.
If any members of the public would like to speak, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom or dial *9, and I will call on you, but it doesn't look like we do at this time.
All right, I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Leboudi,
Yes.
Commissioner Helnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And now may I have a motion for a certificate of non-applicability for 14 Oxford?
The commission finds that the proposed changes at 14 Oxford Street consisting of replacing worn-out shingles with charcoal gray architectural shingles is not under the jurisdiction of the commission and therefore not applicable since it is the same kinds of materials, and hereby approves a certificate of non-applicability.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Leboudi,
Yes.
Commissioner Helnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And jumping to item number 7, which is the same property, but this is a request for a certificate of appropriateness for the Crown Hill Local Historic District to install the solar panels on top of the new roof. Do we have to open that up for public comment again?
I would add no, you don't, because you didn't even have to for the first one.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you took them together, so I think I'll leave it up to you, but I don't,
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to request a motion for a certificate of appropriateness for the installation of the solar panels at the same residence.
The commission finds that the proposed changes at 14 Oxford Street consisting of installing solar panels are appropriate for the Crown Hill Local Historic District.
Second?
and on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Leboudi,
Yes.
Commissioner Helnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes.
Hey,
Thank you. Good
so
luck. That
much.
was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Take care.
All right. Moving on to item number 3. This is 333 Shrewsbury Street, and this is a request for a building demo delay waiver for windows, doors, siding at the old Coca-Cola building. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the commission. For the record, my name is Joshua Lee Smith. I'm an attorney with Bowditch and Dewey. And to my left is Jen Dunn. She is part of the project team and part of the architect of record. So I'm not going to dwell too much with respect to the project scope here. I will tell you that just this past week, we obtained planning board approval with respect to this project. As you mentioned, Madam Chair, this is the building known as the Coca-Cola Bottling Building. I think a lot of you are familiar with this building. It's right on Shrewsbury Street. Shrewsbury Street is within a CCODE which is a special commercial corridor overlay district within the city. And what my client is proposing to do is lease a portion of this 77,000 square foot building. The portion of the building that my client is looking to lease is about 14,000 square feet of what would become a midwifery birthing center, somewhat unprecedented in this, certainly in this area. First standalone nonprofit birthing center of its kind, not affiliated with a hospital, is the proposed use. In addition to that 14,000 square feet of area with respect to the birthing center, there will also be, as part of the mixed-use component, there will be 2 residential units within the building as well. And again, this was all unanimously approved by the planning board this past week. You can see from the depictions here in that bottom photo there, that's an access point, obviously, from Shrewsbury Street. That area there is going to be transformed into some improvements, minor site improvements, but significant for this property. There'll be a labor garden, as well as a wooden deck, as well as an awning. And I think, Michelle, we've got one of the renderings shows what's proposed with respect to that work. So you can see here, this is a rendering that shows the main entryway for this midwifery center. In terms of the purview here with respect to this commission, part of this work includes replacement of some windows, door frame that are in disrepair. As you can see here, these are some of the windows that are very much in need of replacement. So they are going to be replaced. There are a couple of instances as well where there's going to be new cutouts for new windows as well in order to accommodate the project. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions as my colleague here can also address any questions the commission may have. Thank you.
So this appears to be the side and rear of the building. Is anything going to be changed in the front of the building that faces Shrewsbury Street?
Jen, do you want to?
No. It's just for the tenant's entrance on the side and rear portion.
Okay, so not the entire building is going to be involved in this. This is just one section of the building.
That's correct. The area that you see that's a painted kind of concrete masonry unit, that's where we're proposing to reclad that area, repair some of the windows in disrepair, as Josh mentioned, and then increase some of those openings. So we have a new door opening going, so you see the door in that image there?
Right.
To the left, we're adding a new wider door opening. And then just left of that, there's a single door on that bump out. Yes, exactly. So we're trying to bring more daylight into the space. These are kind of shared community areas in that zone of the building.
Okay.
And connect it to the labor garden that will be adjacent.
And that rear part, it is painted concrete block, right?
Correct, yes, and
That's what I thought it was. and
So through the chair, a lot of it is, but if we zoom in on this section here, we can see that this is painted brick.
yes, there are some areas of painted brick, and then
Okay.
just to the left of that door is where there's concrete block and mixes of brick.
Yeah,
So
there's some CMU in here.
It's been infilled over time, I believe.
Okay.
Because when I read overlay new siding over existing masonry, I was like, oh my God, no, not the front of the building. I was like, please.
No, it's just on the side, it's just on the side section that was shown in the,
Yeah, just that
Renderings.
painted area where it needs a little TLC.
And the siding's going to be just placed over what's there?
Correct. We're working with the contractor to coordinate the best details, particularly around those utility connections that need to remain.
Okay.
But our intent is to use kind of a fastening, hang it from that existing masonry wall.
Huh, interesting, okay.
and through the chair, this shows perfectly, actually, the existing makeup. So you can see where the CMU is currently and then where the brick is on the side.
Thank you, Michelle.
I also didn't state my name for the record. Josh reminded me. I'm Jen Dunn from Boston Urban Partners.
Thank you. Okay.
And could I ask, this is Steve Taylor, what is the material for the siding that the cladding you're going to put over the masonry and brick?
We're proposing a hardy board concrete fiber cement product with a vertical V groove. So you'll see like a shadow line there. And our client wants to bring their logo into that. So that's where you see kind of the splash of color across. We were really inspired by the murals throughout Worcester and kind of bringing that sense of personality into the space, but also respecting the, existing historic facade of the Coca-Cola building.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have a question on this project?
Well, it looks like the windows are going to be very similar to the windows on the front of the building.
That's correct. We're trying to match that look
Okay.
and finish.
Good.
They're not an exact color match, but close in that they pair well together.
Okay.
All right. If there are no other questions from the commission, I would like to open it up for any public comment.
If any members of the public in the audience would like to speak, you can come up now, or if any members of the public who have joined online would like to speak, please use the raise hand feature or dial *9 to raise your hand. And I'm not seeing anybody.
All right, then I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti. Yes. Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And may I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for 333 Shrewsbury Street?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 333 Shrewsbury Street, consisting of overlaying new siding over the existing masonry that is painted, currently painted using hardy board material, replacing and widening the doors in that section, opening some new windows, and replacing other windows to match existing windows in the front of the building would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti. Yes. Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing this project in the future. Okay, and moving on to item number 4, we have 10 Institute Road, which is for also building demo delay for repairing broken rail on a porch.
Hi.
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 And I don't know if my contractor is on the Zoom call or not. He might have jumped on.
What is your contractor's name?
Mike Conan.
Oh, Mike. Mike, are you, I'm going to go ahead and ask to unmute somebody who has called in.
My name is Dave Stead. I'm a Worcester resident and one of the owners of 10 Institute Road. We purchased the building in June, and before we purchased it, there had been a small fire on the front porch that damaged a railing. It's a curved railing. You can see the beautiful porch that's on the front
It
of
is
the building.
beautiful.
So we have to replace that section of railing, and it presents a couple of issues. The height of the railing isn't quite what's required by code now, but we don't want to change the whole, railing all the way around. You want to keep it as it was. So we just have to replace that section of railing, so that's what I'm here for. We're hoping to use some type of composite material that would match the other materials, the rest of the way around the porch. But there is quite a drop on the other side of it. This is on the back side of it with a 7 or 8 foot drop off the back. So, we have to have it, I believe the height is 33,
33 and a quarter.
33 and a quarter. I think 34 is code.
42 is code, but
42 is code.
yeah, but I mean, really, this is just a repair.
Yeah, it's just a repair.
So they don't have to, so it can be grandfathered in if it's just repaired? Is that,
So, yeah, typically if it's just a repair, I mean, first off, I do have a question, though. I was under the understanding in speaking with the contractor that you were using wood, not composite.
Oh, I was hoping to use composite. Honestly, just like to get it done, so I don't know what the easiest material is to get to do it now.
Well, wood, because they're going to want to match what's existing. You can talk to them and explain your rationale as to why you would want to do a composite. So yeah, 42 is code where you're just doing a repair. I will talk to the building inspector and we'll let them know what's going on. Otherwise, you're going to have to bring the whole thing up to 42 inches, and that would just be silly.
Look awful.
Yeah, that would ruin the whole thing. So after you go through historical commission, I'll make sure that we get a building inspector on site and we can talk about it.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, how much of it is being repaired?
So this is about a 10-foot section along the back of the building. If you go back to the photo, see the photo on the side?
So
It's
it's
the
not
next
a-
section toward the back.
Okay. I mean, so doing it in wood,
That's a possibility, too. I just was looking at like newer materials that would last longer and require less maintenance, but if it's wood,
Right.
if wood is what you'd like, I'm happy to do wood.
I mean, in-kind materials are much easier to get approved.
Sure, exactly. And, this building, we're very excited to own the building, and,
It's
we
beautiful.
love the building. It's we
Yeah.
really want to keep it in good condition.
All right, if you're not opposed, we would prefer the wood to match the other materials on the railing. Any questions on this project? All right, we can open it up for any public comment.
Hello?
Hi, are you Mike?
Yes, I'm sorry. I heard the whole conversation. I've been trying to get online, but nobody could hear me, so.
Mike, do you have your phone on speaker? We're having a really hard time hearing you.
Oh, yes, I do, actually. I'm in the truck. Hold on 1 second. Let me take it off. Can you hear me now?
Yes. So I don't know if you caught everything that was just said, but basically, we talked about it. Code for this porch, if it was being built new, would be 42 inches. Really, this is just a repair, it's just one section. So I suggested that we meet on site with the building inspector, just get some clarity, but I mean, you're just doing one section, so I think you should be fine matching the existing height. And then the homeowner or building owner agreed to do a wood railing system rather than a composite.
Yeah, the material that we had information on was a Trex composite, and they do custom make it to the exact bend and curvature that we have. They do not do wood, so I'll have to look into that and see if we can find something that is in wood. I'm sure we can. It's just we'll just need to get those details ironed out.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I would agree with you if it was a very ornate porch. This is pretty simple. I think you'll have a fairly easy time.
Curved, though.
I do know that, but at least you don't have any, like, turn spindles or anything to have to try to match. So, I mean, we'll talk about it. How about the commission consider voting on wood?
Yeah.
And then potentially, if a curved railing isn't able to be located, allowing the railing
In the composite?
in a composite, and then
All right.
we'll work on, I can work with the applicant to try to make it look as close as possible, but really, we'll be looking for wood, yeah.
That's fine with me. How do the other
Yep.
commissioners feel?
The
Okay.
spindles would stay wood then, even if.
That would be my idea. I've never seen that in practice, but we could try. To do like a Trex, like curved railing, and then put wood spindles in between. I mean, theoretically, they should look fine, because it's still supposed to have a painted finish.
Yeah.
Square spindle. It's a very simple
Right. You
spindle.
you wouldn't even notice the difference, and
So use wood spindles and a Trex actual railing system then, like the curved part?
I will look into that to see what they offer, and I'll get that information back to you. And I'll also at the same time look at wood options. which
Okay.
is the first choice of the board.
Excellent.
All right, so we're going to vote on preferred wood, but composite can be used if they can't.
Okay.
Okay. Did we open it up for public comment?
I don't think
we
so.
did.
Oh,
Okay.
you did, I think, but we still have to close public comment.
All right, I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And now may I have a building demo delay waiver for 10 Institute Road?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 10 Institute Road consisting of replacing broken railing system on the porch with in-kind material unless a curved railing cannot be found, and afterwards everything to be painted to match, would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you. Good luck finding it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, through you, Madam Chair, we just need a second to get Mark's video up.
Maybe just introduce myself real quick. Is that okay? Okay. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the commission. For the record, Mark Borenstein, I'm an attorney at the law firm of Prince LaBelle here in Worcester, representing the applicant, Kensington Management LLC. This evening, I'm joined remotely by one of the principals of Kensington Management, Josh Gavel. We've got a short video presentation, as Ms. Johnstone mentioned. Just kind of as a preface, this project, we're seeking a full demolition delay waiver with respect to the demolition of this existing building. We recognize that that's a pretty significant act by this commission, but we're requesting this particular piece of relief because the building itself has pretty significant structural issues associated with the foundation, with respect to certain beams in the building, the flooring. The fire department has condemned the building. You'll see in the video there's a giant red X on the building because it's very unsafe condition. Since the building was condemned, the applicant consulted with professionals and obtained plans and approvals from the planning board and the ZBA to construct a new 4-story multifamily building with affordable units at the property. So we've got a video explaining what we're proposing, and then I'm happy to answer any questions the commission may have. Thank you.
The sound's not coming through.
Well, you can see this lovely view of Vernon Hill. As included in your materials, the property is located in the Vernon Hill Historic District. Maybe I'll just narrate it then. There's great music that goes along with it. I want you to get the full production value.
There truly is, I watched it. I'm not sure. Just give me 1 second. I might just play it through my laptop so the people.
Hey, we improvise, right? Kensington Management LLC is proposing a new multifamily development.
Whoa.
That's what happens when you share it through Zoom. If we could plug your laptop into that TV. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting any sound.
What was that?
That I'm not getting any sound on Zoom.
So,
So maybe just go back to just the renderings of the building, and then I'll just provide an overview for them.
okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
So you're aware, this is the video that we presented at the ZBA and Planning Board. Actually, that's probably good. Just maybe freeze on that one.
Freeze here.
No, well, I mean, lovely shot of Vernon Hill. But just go back to the rendering of the building.
The, like artist rendition or the?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good, yeah. So just because it might have been hard to hear, just to summarize for you, as I mentioned before, we're proposing to demolish the existing building and to construct this building, which would be a 4-story, approximately 18,220 square foot multifamily building with 18 units, and there would be 16 parking spaces to serve the multifamily units. The building itself that we are seeking to demolish was built in the 1920s. It is, as I said before, in the Vernon Hill Historic District. There's a good aerial of the building itself. You can see the big red X's all around the building.
It looks like some work has already been done. Is that correct? It looks like it has a new roof and some new siding.
So I don't know specifically when that work was done.
Okay.
But that looks like a fairly new roof to me.
It does.
Brand new roof.
And so I think that kind of speaks to the issue at play, right? Given that someone would pay for a new roof and then proceed to demolish the building. The building itself, from what I understand from the client, the structural integrity is so precarious. In addition, I would just note that given that it's a vacant building, when I actually went to the site, there was some I perceive to be illegal activity around the building as well. So from a safety perspective, aside from the structural integrity, there's certain concerns with respect to this property. So the client the applicant is seeking to construct this new multifamily building to add to the housing stock in the city of Worcester, consistent with the neighborhood, which has a mix of different types of residential uses. And so I just want, if we could just go back to the rendering, Michelle, you can see that the architect sought to borrow certain elements from the neighborhood. You can see the stacked bay windows to try and provide a design that's sympathetic, but also provides a design that meets the financial needs for this particular project. The topography on the site is very steep, so there's going to be some pretty significant site work that's needed in order to construct this building.
This image, I mean, doesn't show any houses near it and a very large lot, which that doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, this is clearly they've taken some artistic license.
Okay.
So Michelle, if you could go back to like the first image of the existing building itself, you can kind of see the proximity of the other building.
Of the existing building.
Yeah.
I
You
just
can
had
see-
a quick question. Sorry to interrupt. When did your client or the applicant buy the property? When was it bought by them?
So I believe they inherited the property from a family member.
When was that?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
So you don't know when it was discovered, the structural issues with the house was discovered after the work was started?
So Josh Gavel should be on remotely. So
Yeah, so through you, Madam Chair, I have asked Josh to unmute a couple of times. Oh,
Yep.
looks like he just did.
Good evening. Josh Gavel here, Kensington Management.
Hi, are you
yeah.
one of the owners of the building?
I'm the trustee, one of the trustees of Kensington Management, trustee of this building.
Yeah, so
So this,
So if I could just explain, Josh, if we're just
Yeah.
to the chair. The property itself is owned by a trust, and there are two trustees. One trustee is Kensington Management, of which Josh is a principal, and I believe the other trustee is a family member, who was the original owner of the property. So Josh, I don't know if you want to provide some additional insight.
yeah, of course. So we took it over in 2017, 2018. It had a number, very extensively, how we took over a problem child and all elements. So first thing, there was water coming to the roof, so we had to do a roof, knowing that there was just problem after problem. I think we had 50 violations the day we took over. So this building has a lot of issues, and we tried to, make it work, but, after 5 years, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work here to get this. It has structural, it has almost every issue in the book. The siding is original. So just the roof was put on because there was just rainwater coming in, like it was just nonstop. So that was
Through the chair, the siding is vinyl.
Yep.
So it is not original siding.
I think what he means is it's
Okay.
original from when he acquired the property, he didn't put new vinyl siding.
Yep, that's
In
correct.
other words.
So I looked up Google Maps to see what it looked like, and in 2016, it looked like it was in pretty good condition. I mean, that was only a year before they got it, and then now it looks like this. It's kind of, seems like that's a big jump for, and it sounds like it's probably, they owned the property,
So,
that it's kind of gotten into pretty bad disrepair.
so certainly I can imagine that from the streetscape on Google Maps, it would look great from the street, but I think, as Josh mentioned, it was the roof that was the issue. And so what we see sometimes is water migrating through the roof, and that causes the floors to buckle, causes structural issues, foundation, as I mentioned before. So I hear what you're saying in terms of what it might have looked like in 2016. Certainly, they did not want to leave the building in this kind of condition for an extensive period of time. But maybe, Josh, you could speak to when you had to put on when you put on the new roof?
Yeah, right away, within the first 6 months of us taking over.
Okay.
All right. Do we know if the windows are replacement? Is there anything original on this structure?
Josh, do you have a sense as to anything actually being original in the structure?
There's nothing, in my view, everything is original from 1920.
Yes.
There's nothing original from 1920 here. So it was remodeled probably maybe in the 56. At some point, it was some updates, but now everything is, because of the water damage getting into everything and everything buckling, everything's almost destroyed inside. It actually looks better outside than it does inside, even at this picture, believe it or not.
So I've asked Ms. Johnstone to find maybe the Google Map photo from 2016, so that
Yeah.
way we can see.
Yeah, because it had a staircase and it had siding then and
Right,
everything,
certainly.
and that was only a year before they bought it, so I can't.
But through the chair's point, I don't, when I looked at the Google Map photo, nothing seemed to be, at least to me, looking original to the building itself from the 1920s. So
Yeah.
I think
So-
there's siding and.
So through the chair, I will share an image, but to Commissioner Long's point, looking just at the exterior envelope of the building, there was vinyl siding, vinyl windows, asphalt roof. The original porches were boxed in, and now they're gone. It also appears as though the fenestration pattern has been changed. Let me share the map, and we can just look at it together.
So there's nothing that would actually be saving on this building that is historic?
That's my understanding, Madam Chair.
When was the building last occupied?
Josh, when was the building last occupied?
Around COVID, 2020, 2021, yeah, 2020 and a half, right when COVID, all the COVID was going on.
So after the new roof was put on, there were still people living there?
Yeah, there was people there, and we brought everything up to, because there was this violation after violation, and we were just trying to bring it up until we had to move them to one of our, they had to move to different units because they couldn't live there because we're just keeping up with violations. There's just one thing after another.
So I think just because I think we're touching upon the point without actually touching it directly head on. I think the applicant certainly didn't know that this was in a historic district when they made those repairs. So just want to.
Oh, inside the building, we didn't really do anything besides roof on the outside. Besides the exterior porches that were totally rotted, you couldn't access it, and they were collapsed. That's why I like to see that 2016 picture, so we could point out that the porch that was just, it was coming off the building, and it
Yeah.
needed.
So through the chair, we do see that there was a dilapidated staircase in 2016. It looks like there was caution tape up, and it looks like there's some missing material underneath,
Right.
which is probably why it's gone by, or no, it's still taped off in 2023. It looks like they put some concrete, like, filler in here, but it's like lifting here.
So clearly not a safe condition even back then.
No, it's not. Although the building that's going in there is massive. I'm not sure that's going to
Yeah.
fit into the,
So-
The landscape,
so-
it seems-
So if I may, the building itself will not sit in that current location. So in order to construct this building, as I mentioned before to the commission, there will have to be significant site work. And the lot itself is actually much larger in the rear. So it's kind of like a pork chop shape. So it's very narrow in the front along Diamond and then extends to the rear. So through grading, we're going to be able to construct the building towards the rear of the property.
okay.
So that's where the larger building will go.
But you're going to lose a lot of the vegetation, which the people in the city are crying that there are certain neighborhoods don't have enough trees, and you're going to remove a lot of.
Yeah, certainly. I would note that this application went before the ZBA and the planning board. We recognize those particular concerns. To the extent possible, the vegetation around the boundaries of that property will remain. Where we have to do site work, certainly there will have to be some removal of vegetation. But one of the benefits will be there'll be a huge upgrade in terms of stormwater management on site. And as I mentioned before, the applicant is proposing affordable units at this property. So that will add to the affordable housing stock in the city of Worcester.
Is that garage part of it, or is that the other
Nope,
property?
that's on the subject, next door property.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like a building that massive doesn't fit the neighborhood landscape. It's, no matter how well it's designed, I just feel like it's going to stick out like a sore thumb, especially when it's in between existing historic properties.
Through the chair, I know we want to talk about it, we really can't. It's not in a local historic district.
Right.
What you all are responsible for doing right now is determining, number one, does this have enough integrity for listing in the National Register?
It does not.
No.
So you have to vote on that. And then if the answer to that question is no, then an automatic leave to withdraw would be issued.
Okay. Well, we first need to open it up for any public comment if there are no other questions from the commission.
If any members of the public would like to speak, now is your chance. Just use the raise hand feature or dial *9.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And now I'll ask for a motion for a leave to withdraw without prejudice.
The commission finds that 10 Diamond Street no longer retains integrity sufficient for the listing in the National Register of Historic Places, and hereby issues a leave to withdraw without prejudice.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
No.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. And moving on to the last, we have a request for a certificate of appropriateness and a building demo delay waiver for 86 Elm Street to replace the siding. Hi.
Hi. Good evening, members of the Historic Commission. My name is Michelle Pignataro from Sterling, Massachusetts, and I'm joined by Ignatius Chang from Worcester, Massachusetts, the property owner. Thank you for allowing us to present proposed amendments to 86 Elm Street, a structure recognized for its architectural importance and significance to the community. We are seeking approval for 2 modifications, a structural amendment involving the replacement of rotted and weathered damaged wood on the front of the building, and exterior painting to match what has already been started. The current conditions show the facade has suffered significant prolonged exposure to the elements and weather damage which raised our concerns to the integrity of the siding and building health. We have a sample of the material that we removed showing the damaged areas. And I believe there's also a slide with that.
Through you, Madam Chair, I don't know if I put a slide of the materials in. What I do have on the screen, and just for the benefit of the commission, so this is partially retroactive. So the applicant did some painting, which is totally fine. They don't have to go to the commission for painting, but they did encounter some rotted siding and started to remove it. They were subsequently stopped and immediately applied to come before you. And that's why you see a half-done project here. So yeah, everything you need is in your meeting materials, but all I have on the screen right now is just the images of the building.
Okay. So it looks like the newer siding that was damaged and removed and has exposed original siding? Is that correct?
This is the original siding that's damaged, and that's the siding that we removed in where that, I don't know if it's Tyvek, but that area right there.
So that siding that you removed, though, was over the brown siding, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the brown siding is the original siding. That is later, the siding that they removed is later siding.
So the brown siding that's still there, what condition is that in?
That appears to be in good enough condition to paint over that.
Oh.
What we did was,
It's even better news.
on the top window there, above the window, an arch,
Yeah, that's,
decorative arch has been revealed. So with the help of Michelle, who came out to the site with us, we're recommending to sand down that decorative piece and then paint over it, so we will keep that specific arch area intact.
Right?
So our proposal is to repair the area with the new siding, and we have a sample of the new siding if you'd like to see that. Repair the decorative arch on the top of the building, and to paint this area to match the remainder of the building.
So you do have to patch some of that on the top?
Yes, we
The
do.
brown doesn't extend all the way down?
No, it does not, not currently.
And you said you have a sample of what you're going to be using to match that?
Yes. Would you like to see it?
Love to.
and that's going to cover everything that's brown now.
No.
No.
They're going to keep
Just
the
the-
brown.
they're gonna keep the
white
brown.
Plastic.
They're
And
going
just-
to match what's the brown.
Oh, God, thank you.
Could you grab your mic, please? That's okay. Just pick it up.
I know that we have no purview over the color, but I like the color scheme, the new color scheme. I think it looks very nice.
And since I can't see what you guys are doing right now, can I, it looks like in the picture that the decorative arch, that the siding inside the decorative arch is in a little, like a scallop pattern.
Yeah, so through you, Madam Chair, to Commissioner Taylor, that is correct. So that siding is going to remain and it's going to be restored.
And what is the white semicircle?
This, I believe that probably was some kind of trim at some point. It was removed, obviously, when they put the when they put this gray siding over it. That trim element, I'm thinking, was removed, and now we're just left with this arch. I haven't been able to find a historic photo that shows what was there, so they're just going to paint the arch and leave it as it is, as a piece of trim.
Okay?
So the
Kind of
shingles inside.
fascinating. It's really an interesting, bizarre, it's very strange historical detail. but it's
Yeah,
really
and what's really interesting is this, I mean, this house is from 1847, so I keep calling it original. The siding's really historic. The siding's probably not from 1847. This was probably a later addition, because this is one of the oldest houses in the neighborhood. So this was probably put in as like a way to Queen Anneify the house at some point.
Yeah, I mean, the more I look at, there's like a little, almost like dentally kind of trim around underneath the edges there, and wow, what a fascinating place.
It's a fascinating building, I agree.
Great.
I love it.
All right. Well, this is all pretty good news.
It is.
Thank you.
We love that.
All right. If there are no other questions, we can open it up for public comment. Hearing none, I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And let's begin with the certificate of appropriateness for 86 Elm Street.
The commission finds that the proposed changes at 86 Elm Street, consisting of replacing siding with in-kind material and retaining the decorative arch that was found, are appropriate for the Elm Park Neighborhood Local Historic District.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And may I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for the same?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 86 Elm Street, as previously stated, would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
It's a beautiful property.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
It is.
It's like a little, it looks like a little Salem cottage.
Yeah, it
The way
does.
it's painted, I love that.
All right, moving on to other business. We have a request if we'd like to make a comment on one of the 106 projects for the city at 161 West Mountain Street. I suggest that we don't make a comment unless somebody chooses otherwise.
No.
All right. And the commission officer elections. I did want to discuss this. I know last time I spoke about my leaving, Jan and I were leaving at the end of December, at the end of our term. We have decided to stay on until the end of March for additional issues that we need to be here for. So,
Yes.
but we still need everyone to think about, you know, who would like to step up to the officer positions so that we can have an election. I think that we should still have an election for the end of this year, so that during the 3 months in 2026, especially the person that's decided to chair, can meet with
Training
me
and whatnot.
and Michelle when we have our discussions, and just so that they're comfortable at the time, when the time comes, to be able to step in and to do this. So, again, think about it. We'll plan on the elections maybe next meeting or the meeting thereafter.
Yeah, so, yes, I agree with that. I think everybody should think about who they might want to nominate for what officer position. And at the next meeting, we can talk about it some more, and if we feel ready, we can do them then, and then we can have overlap, and, you know, it's all about making it a comfortable, easy transition for everybody.
Right.
So, I agree.
All right, and we're going to hold the minutes until the next meeting. So unless anybody has anything else, I would recommend that we adjourn. All in favor, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Say aye.
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 Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.